Darby Allin versus Tommaso Ciampa of the AEW World Championship last night on Dynamite in the main event. First title defense of Darby Allin. This was best TV match of the year. Even though you had two matches between Kenny and Swerve, you had Kenny and Andrade and Swerve, and so many other matches on Collision and Dynamite. But this was I think the best out of all of them, to be honest. The match opened with a wild slugfest that immediately split outside the ring. Darby hit a coffin drop on the floor, but Ciampa answered right away, ramming him into the commentary table and then the barricade. Ciampa launched Darby Allin into the ring frame, then charged at him, only to get caught awkwardly on the barricade. Darby climbed the ring post and leapt onto Ciampa, driving him through the table into timekeeper's area. Ciampa emerged, busted open, and he staggered towards the ring. Darby wiped him outside with a suicide dive into the announce desk. Darby connected with Scorpion Death Drop, but during the chaos, Ciampa ripped and Darby into turnbuckle. Both men fought on the ropes. Ciampa grabbed Darby and delivered a brutal air raid crash onto the floor. Back and forth they go. Ciampa unleashed the badge of the chops in the corner. Darby countered with a quick movement and nailed double stomp. Ciampa responded with a back body drop and knee strike. So many near falls. They made you believe that Ciampa will win. Ciampa followed with a knee strike for a near fall again. Hit Project Ciampa and another knee strike. Yet Darby still kicked out. Ciampa tried to lock in the Scorpion Deathlock, but Darby escaped and applied the hold himself. And then Ciampa tapped out finally. And then both of them shook hands. Ciampa put the world title on Darby's shoulder. And then Brody came in and challenged Darby Allin for a match next week for the AEW World Championship. Probably going to be the main event. This was, like I said in the beginning, best AEW TV match of the year, even though you had a lot of good matches so far. And a lot of people were in doubt that Darby Allin is the main eventer, if Darby can handle it, to be top in the top spot in the main event scene as a top guy for AEW. I think he can handle it. I think they're gonna tell a story when he had good matches every week. Next week you're gonna have a match with Brody, maybe you can have matches with Kevin Knight, maybe Samoa Joe, and then maybe he lose it, maybe to MJF, maybe to Swerve. It doesn't matter who in the main event, Double Nothing. And you can tell a story of having him, let him have good matches. And it's kind of remind me of the International Championship where Orange Cassidy was having good matches until his body broke, he can't go anymore. So yeah, I thought the match was fantastic. I thought the show was good overall. Opened with MJF getting mad and angry that he lost the championship. Then Kevin Knight came in, challenged him with the TNT championship. Bryce came into the ring to start the match, but MJF said we'll have a match next week, and they announced that there's gonna be a match next week. I think for me, let Kevin Knight beat MJF, and MJF keeps falling. Maybe you can do an angle when every week, like you had in the main event, MJF coming in to challenge Darby Allin for the match, and Darby said, no, I'm going to give a title match for everyone deserve it but you. So maybe MJF can go on this fall and keep falling until maybe you do an angle with MJF beating the piss of Sting. That will lead to a match between MJF and Darby, another match for the AEW World Championship. So Brody King, Leo Rush. It was a fine little match. It went about 9 minutes. I thought it's going to be maybe less, but yeah. I think a lot of people now like this Blackheart Leo Rush character talking to himself, and he kept saying it's not his house anymore, which made me think of Swerve. Maybe you can do Swerve, Leo Rush join him. I think Ciampa can be good with Swerve, the Embassy. He can do it all over again. And you had Copeland challenging FTR for a street fight match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and he puts tag team career, not single career, but tag team career of Cope and Cage on the line. I think it makes sense. They won one, FTR won one, so you do a third match, and maybe Copen Cage win, lead to Copen Cage with the Young Bucks, maybe 3-way all-in ladder match, maybe. Why not? Mina Shirakawa and Hikaru Shida had a fun match. It was a good match, Joshi style wrestling, so it was good and back and forth match. You had Will Ospreay and Mark Davis having a good match. Surprisingly, Mark Davis won. And Ospreay, a lot of people say he doesn't sell, but he sells too much. Like, he makes you feel like a bit cringe, like you worry for himself, for him, because that guy literally had a broken neck. So he's selling his neck, pile driver, and then pile driver to the apron, and then Mark Davis won by a referee stoppage. He tried to hit another pile driver on him, but the Death Riders came in to make the save. So did they save him or they abducted him? So it's one of the two, or maybe both. Maybe you can do segments where Moxley tell him to stop or like take it easy, something like that. Maybe he can join them. Like Ospreay and Death Riders can be nice. I mean, there is no. Because I think they're gonna do Forbidden Door and Newman versus Ospreay, and they kick Ospreay out of the United Empire. So maybe you can do something like that, and Moxley helps Ospreay to be the best Ospreay, so he can go and win the Owen and win the AEW World Championship on All In. You had Jericho recruits the Hurt Syndicate to face The Man in Collision. Samoa Joe is back. He faced like somebody, a jobber, and he won quickly, 2 minutes. And then you had the main event. We already talked about it. It was a good, fantastic match. Overall, I thought the show was good. It's not an all-timer, it's not all classic, but AEW, like right now, just keep doing good TVs of Dynamite, Collision. Everyone is hitting, everyone is doing well, and every storyline is good. Even though there are so many people who are not here, like Swerve is not here, Kyle Fletcher, Hangman, Mercedes Moné, Tony Storm, and those like 5 like top stars in both the men's and women's division. So, and they have a good roster. Like everyone have like storyline or good matches on TV because everyone works hard. So yeah, I thought the match was like the main event was best AEW TV match of the year. I thought that the show was fine, not like all timer, but was good. Like especially the last second hour, it was good. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, like and subscribe.